I'm an ordinary fella 6 days of the week, but Saturday turned into a football freak. I'm a schizo fanatic. Sad, but it's true. One half of me's red, the other half's blue. I can't make my mind up which team to support, whether to lean to starboard or port. I'd be bisexual if I had time for sex, because it's Goodison one week and Anfield the next. But the worst time of all is Derby Day. One half of me's home, the other half's away. And now we're at Wembley, my head's in a spin, because I bet 50 quid on each side to win. I'm shouting for Liverpool. The Reds can't lose. Come on, Everton, get in there, Blues. Give it to Dalglish. What a pudding. King of the Cup. All of a sudden, whoop, goal offside. And after the match, as I walk back alone, it's argue all the way home. Some nights when I'm drunk, I've even let fly and give myself a poke in the eye. But in front of the fire, watching Match of the Day, tired but happy, I look at it this way. Part of me's lost and part of me's won. I've had twice the heartaches, but I've had twice the fun. Yay!
More than 100 years ago, Everton Football Club began as a church team. Today, the Church of St Luke the Evangelist nestles underneath the Goodison stands, and it, too, has a special link with the club.
Under the banner of Christ, against sin,
at baptism ceremonies like this one, the vicar, the Reverend Harry Ross, has to resist the temptation to insert a Howard, Gary or Peter to the given names of the babies. The Reverend Ross, you see, is an archetypal Evertonian. To him, Everton is the greatest team since the Apostles.
Everton, Everton,
Come on, the Reds!
Everton, 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 Everton,
Come on, the Reds!
we're on the... Hi,
Hey,
Phil,
hey,
how are
Harry.
you?
How's it going?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Didn't expect you here. What are you doing?
Came up on the bus this
Come on, the
morning.
Blues.
Come on, the Reds!
Anyway, congratulations on getting the league.
Well, it was...
We've loaned it to you for 12 months,
Yeah.
but well, it won't matter. We'll catch up again.
We might get the job.
The Reverend Ross and his assistant bring an original touch to Sunday sermons. At St Luke's, no one is allowed to forget the vicar's second great allegiance in life, his devotion to everything blue.
Well, my choir are in blue. This vestry is blue, my car is blue, my house is painted blue and white. I like to wear a blue shirt, and I don't like anything red in my home at all.
And I notice you have red carpets in the church.
Well, the red carpets, we've got red kneelers and we've got red covers on the seats. That means you can walk on them, you can sit on them, you can kneel on the reds, you see. But nowadays we talk about Merseyside, not just Liverpool and Everton.
At Goodison on match days, the Holy of Holies is the dressing room. A visit here is something special. The Everton motto of nothing but the best is good enough is these days represented by a squad of players whose greatest compliment is that they've changed the balance of football power on Merseyside.
Who's this Harvey fella? Kendall.
The success of the past 3 seasons has forged a confidence in the team. In the hour before kick-off, there's always time for a joke about the inevitable ticket for a friend.
Can you take them round, lad? Yeah. Get all the autographs. Introduce them to everyone, would you please? Yeah.
Ben, that's Andrew. Who, Ben? Yeah. Andrew, nice to meet you. How do you know their name?
For some like Bobby Mims, the time to concentrate begins early.
Spotlight on Wilkinson today.
Yet, even in the tensest of climaxes to the League Championship, Everton were a team which didn't let pressure get to them. As ever, Peter Reid has been an organiser both on and off the field. This time of hotel rooms for cup final guests.
But I'll put that down, and if you can't do it, you'll have to get on to the hotel. Gary Lineker, how do you do? 5! We've got 6! 2,000. However many I can have. 5, 2.
Yet, however much Everton charm in the dressing room, it's what they've done on the field that inspires.
I'm retired now, but up till 3 years ago when I worked, I went into work at 6 o'clock every morning instead of 7:30, so I could get every other Saturday off to go to the away games. I've been to every game where Everton, every ground that Everton have played in, I've been. I was working in Sunderland at the time, and I travelled all the way when the power cuts were on to go to Old Trafford to watch Everton play in the afternoon. It was a 0-0 score, by the way, and I went there, travelled all the way from Sunderland, all the way back the same night. I've been to Panathinaikos, I've been to AC Milan, I've been to Reykjavik, I've been everywhere with Everton.
Commitment to football causes begins early on Merseyside. Inevitably this week, young partisans have been organising street cup finals where the honour of their heroes has been at stake.
Listen, hey, forget those sides. It's the cup final start and have Liverpool one side, Everton on the other. Okay, go on, get up there.
In this game, Liverpool got the kind of start all teams dream of. And this goal is worth the accolade of an action replay. Everton, however, were not to be denied. A goal that tied the game at 3 each had all the hallmarks of the real thing.
Whenever Everton lose, all the lads are skitting at me, so... And I'm the only one that goes to the Everton matches, really, so that all the lads skit at me.
Do they?
Yeah.
So you like to win in the street games as well, do you?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll win the cup?
Easy. You know, they all support Liverpool, so if they lose, might as well stay in.
Losing the championship to Liverpool was a stab to the heart of every Evertonian. It was an emotional night after Monday's last league game against West Ham as the Everton players thanked the fans for their support. Life would be so much more bearable for both the team and its supporters if Everton win today.
Steady.
At least the players have had preparations like getting their cup final suits to take their minds off today's game.
Turn-ups.
Think. This will be too big for me, that's certain. How's your shirt, mate?
The shirts are, yeah, these shirts are the business.
Tie's a bit loud, isn't it? What size are you?
Yeah, shirt.
15.
I can't move in this.
If I walk like that, I'll be alright. Touch me now.
Mate.
Hey, action man, isn't it?
Just put him up, Barry.
Hey, that fits you, man.
Yeah, why?
Toes are a bit short, though.
Have a go at me, then. Pardon?
Hi. Do for me.
It's just, so you're about 31 waist now, eh? Oh, it fits you perfect, Dave. There's nothing wrong with that. This is not Fred Barber's suit, by the way, is it?
No, it's my own.
I've never done before.
We got the right suit on this.
Yeah, definitely. Just check the number on the back.
You don't have to buy any more suits throughout the year because you know you're going to get one at the end.
Well, I don't know about that. Some of the lads are still wearing ones from Milk Cup final, Kevin Ratcliffe.
Are you superstitious about suits?
Me? What do you mean? I'm always wearing the same one. Could say that, yes. No. Only by them lads' standards, yes.
Remember the suits and making records, it's all part of the big day out.
Do you have superstitions about suits?
I've got like lucky things I wear, and lucky suits and lucky ties, and depends how I did the week before, what I was wearing then. If it went well, then we'll try it again next week until the luck runs in.
The items that Lineker is particularly superstitious about are his boots.
That's right. I think it's just before Christmas. I usually go through probably 3 or 4 pairs of boots a season, and just before Christmas I started a good run, and I scored in quite a lot of games. I think it was about 20 goals in 20 games or something. But by this time the boots were falling to pieces and the toes were gone and the soles were gone and laces were falling out, the tongs were hanging out and everything. So in the end I had to give them up, and I changed into a new pair of boots, and my luck seemed to change. I went about 4 or 5 games without a goal, pulled a hamstring, so I thought I've got to do something about this. So I got my boots and repaired them, got them looking as good as new, and I've worn them ever since, and I managed to start scoring a few goals again. But the only unfortunate thing was that the boots were forgot to be packed when we played Oxford, and I wasn't wearing them on that day, and that was probably the game that cost us the championship, and I did miss a couple of chances, so. But they will definitely be at Wembley. I'll make sure of that if I have to take them myself.
As early as England's tour last summer, Lineker was confirming that Everton had signed a potent force.
I don't think there's any feeling better than scoring a goal. It's not changed at all since the first one I scored for Leicester quite a long while ago until the last one I scored. It just gives me as much pleasure. It's just a fantastic feeling. There's nothing like it. Well, nearly nothing.
Now a long ball for Lineker to chase, and just look at his pace.
And again Trevor Steven, and Lineker, and he's buried it!
And again it ran a little kindly. Here's Lineker, and that's his second. Steven. Lineker. Bracewell. And still, Lineker. But he didn't hit it quite truly. But he doesn't care, and neither do the crowd. And Waheed. Yes, that's it. And that's Lineker's hat-trick.
"39 goals so far this season have earned Lineker both the Players' and the Football Writers' Player of the Year awards. Last year, of course, it was Neville Southall who won the Football Writers' Award. Everton's formidable set of injuries to key players this season has included the one sustained by their inspirational goalkeeper in a game for Wales. The fact that Everton have endured without Southall and others is a tribute to their squad.
Everybody gets injuries in football, and if somebody steps in and does well for you, well, that's, what else can you ask? I mean, Bob's gone in and played brilliant every game. I mean, he's only got one more game to do well in, and we won the cup.
How much is it a compliment to say that a lot of people in football now say that you're almost a mirror image of Liverpool?
It's a compliment, I think, to be classed with them because of that success that they had. They didn't win a trophy last year, but they've bounced back now. I think that we've got to look at Saturday and we've got to say this is our last opportunity of winning the FA Cup, of winning a trophy. The first game against Watford 3 years ago felt that we had to win it. First of all, the trophy. Second, European qualification. Third, it set up a Charity Shield game against Liverpool, the first meeting against Liverpool at Wembley. So that was of vital importance. I think last season against Man United, we'd already won the league, we'd won the European Cup winners, and you felt that the final didn't go for us, but there was consolation prizes. This season we haven't got a consolation prize, and I think it's going back to the Watford City. We want to win it, and want to win it badly.